Everyone, Kelly Weber with Keller Williams here with another interview with Ira Gordon from the Ronmar Group, with over 30 years of experience in branded swag and decorative apparel. Ira, welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining me today. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me aboard.
Oh, you are welcome. Well, I figure 'tis the season. I know it's
Yes.
probably a little late now for the holidays, but maybe getting, a little jump start on the spring when people are out there, with products are out more and more. So do me a favor, tell me a little bit about you. I know you've been in business for 30 years. Want to give me a little background?
Okay, so I've been in the swag business for about 30 years, swag and decorated apparel. I've actually been in business longer than that. My background came out of the printing industry, and we migrated into different iterations of the business over the years, but primarily the last 30 years has been in promotional products, decorated swag, decorated apparel, and merch, outfitting employees for companies, and developing gift campaigns for gaining new customers and building loyalty with existing customers.
So sometimes, or most of the times, it's like a walking billboard.
That's essentially what it is. It's a walking
Yeah.
billboard. Perfect.
Oh, good, perfect. So, how do you help businesses choose the right promotional item for their specific audience or for a specific event?
Okay, great question. The initial meeting is we try to educate the customer on what it is to use promotional products. And I know you've heard me say this before. I have it in my little brochure. This is actually my business card. If
Got
you
it.
go into a meeting, somebody says, "Do you have a business card?" I hand them one of these. If you open it up, it's got a coaster in it, so that stays on their desk. It's a leave behind. It's a reminder, okay, of the meeting. And on here, it doesn't even talk about my company at all. It talks about promotional products and the meaning and the power of promotional products. They've been around for a very, very long time. And I know you've heard me talk about reciprocity. That's the key. All right. When you're giving away one of these things, it's all about a giver's gain. You got to give love to get love, all that kind of terminology. That's the core behind promotional products and decorated apparel. You're triggering an urge from the person who receives it to reciprocate to you in one way or another that you want to direct. Okay. The other thing is you've got to understand that the item needs to have some value to the customer so that it stays with them. That's their memory anchoring component. The longer it stays around on their desk, on their shirt, in their car, in their kitchen, wherever it is, whatever you're giving out, the longer it sticks around, the more
Agree.
memory anchoring you're going to have. All right. That's going to create exposure. Now, we've all talked about from time to time, everybody has their sphere of influence. Now, you can argue whether a sphere of influence is 50 people, 100 people, 150 people, 200 people. Doesn't matter. Everybody has a sphere of influence. If they see somebody carrying or with your brand somewhere,
It sticks
you're
with
going to
them.
gain, it sticks with them. You're going to get that exposure. Think of it this way. If anybody in the audience, goes on the local moms and dads and somebody says, "I need a plumber." Well, if the plumber gave something out to his customers, let's say a jar opener,
Hmm.
which is relatively inexpensive, and people use it every day, somebody on there is going to say, "Hey, my plumber, I got his information right here." So it's an automatic reaction, and it's very, very powerful. And we all know that people are emotional people, so that kind of emotion is driven, and that's the power of promoting emotional products.
Emotional products.
Now,
So, like,
as
oops,
far
sorry.
as working with people, once I educate them on that, then we have to establish, right, what's the end game, right? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Are you looking to outfit your employees? Are you looking to uh,
Getting more
connect with
clients.
people? Are you looking to create loyalty with existing people?
Mhm.
So once we establish what that is, here's something that people don't really understand about promotional products is it's not one size fits all. So if um, you see something that you think is really cool, you're running a company, you're in marketing or whatever, You see, oh, I really like that item. I want to get that and give it out. Well, that whoever gave that out, you don't know what their thought process was. And that may not be a good fit for your business and your business relationship. So it's important to separate yourself from the emotion and select an item that we feel will help you walk through this would be more valuable to your audience, not what was valuable to somebody else's audience, but what's going to be valuable to your audience. And that's very key. And that's where our value is. I'm very
So
proud
I
to say that our customers stick with us for a very, very long time, specifically for that reason.
I love that because for me, I did two promotional products with you at the same time. And one was like the jar opener, and the other one was the chapstick and the hand sanitizer. Turns out the hand sanitizer came in right before COVID. Who
Yeah,
knew that just was a coincidence? So obviously that was a huge hit. And I get so many repeat clients from like nurses and doctors because at that point, that's where I gave them to.
right.
But also my chapstick was another great product because they're carrying it around in their purses. They're handing it out to people. That is the most requested item people request from me. But that's for me as a realtor. There are other people, like men who golf balls, golf shirts. So, if I were to say to you, what would the best product be to give you the biggest ROI? I guess you would say it depends on the business, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It depends on the business and the audience, how
Mhm.
targeted it is, and how targeted it is not. You know what your expectations are. Um, so everyone is different. It's
Would you say there's one item that is universal that people, get your name out there equally as much, doesn't matter what business you're in?
I would say this that um, you've got two basic types of businesses, right? You've got business to consumer and business to business.
Hmm.
So if your audience is business to consumer, then you're probably going to want to give them something that's going to stay on their person or in their car or in their house. Okay. If you're a business to business, you're going to want something that's going to stay with them in their office or in their car if they travel a lot. So for business to business, very inexpensive comparatively item that gets, it's just a constant reminder is a mouse pad. It's the simplest thing. Everybody thinks, oh, nobody uses a mouse anymore, but surprisingly, a lot of people do. And you can do a lot of things with them. You can combine a mouse pad and put a calendar on it. So
Oh,
now you have a calendar for the year on a mouse pad. You now added value. Okay. And it just so happens that I have one from a couple of years ago. That's my mouse pad.
oh,
I
wow, that's
I
great.
do about a half a dozen to a dozen clients a year that get these mouse pads every year. We redo them, we update the calendars, and they put different things on there. Some put their product on there, others put for medical offices. Often, what we do is we put all the extensions of all the different offices within the facility that, if a secretary or a nurse is working on something and they need to get to somebody, just look at their mouse pad and they go, oh, okay, I can call
Oh,
that
that's
person.
great. That is
Yeah,
awesome because it's right there on the desk. You don't have to start going through things, papers, whatnot. You could just, that's awesome.
right. And
Awesome.
then the other thing I have over here is calendars, desk calendars. So a full size desk calendar that you could put on your desk, those sheets that you could just rip off
Oh,
every month.
yeah.
And you could take notes on them. The boxes are really big. And to keep, the main thing is every time they look at it, they're looking at your name. I see the name. So top of mind,
Top of mind.
memory anchoring. That's what you want.
So I'm seeing behind you, I see water bottles, I see hats. It looks like almost like a backpack,
Yeah, it's a cooler.
um, a cooler. So I mean, what would you say your most popular items are?
Well, again, it depends on the client and the
That's true.
audience. Okay. Everybody wants to know what's the latest and greatest. That's always a question. And there are new products coming into the market. More recently, we've had this company called Return Me, and it's really interesting. They have a system where they create these tags that you can attach to your phone, to your laptop, to your luggage, to your keychain, to almost anything. And what it does is that it's got a QR code on it, and it's got some contact information on it. And if that item is found anywhere in the world, because they're anywhere in the world, whoever finds it is offered a reward for returning it. They get a cash reward sent to them. So what they do is they notify the ID on the tag, and then Return Me will send a FedEx or a DHL, whatever, to them. They put the item back in there and they send it back. Return Me will send them the reward, and then they will send you your product. And it's
Is
like an insurance
amazing.
policy. It's a low premium. The item costs, maybe, depending on how many tags you get in the package, anywhere from 4 or 5 to maybe $12. Uh, and you're not responsible for that $50 if somebody finds it. It's an insurance policy. So it's great for travel agencies. It's great for businesses that have a sales force that travel a lot.
Mhm.
Um, you know,
My husband and his keys that he's always losing.
that's perfect. That's what, if somebody finds it, it's not a
Yeah,
GPS, so you
right.
can't beep it to find it. But if somebody picks it up off the ground, they're going to see that tag. It's going to explain to them what to do. And, if they,
They're
if they,
getting a
they
reward.
get, they
That
get it
is,
back and they get a reward for it.
so
That's the
that's an
cool thing.
example of a successful product,
Correct.
because it solves a problem and there's a reward attached to it.
Correct.
How do you, with your products, ensure quality, accuracy, on-time delivery, especially during the busy season, which, like I said early on, that's great that, the holidays are in, Christmas is in 3 weeks. People need to plan ahead. So that's kind of unrealistic. But what is like a turnaround time?
So typically during the year, for what we call hard goods, and that would be your mugs and pens and all that kind of stuff, is depending on the factory, because each factory has a different size and a different production speed, anywhere from 5 days to about 12 to 15 days. Decorated apparel, typically about 12 to 15 days for
Okay.
decorated apparel. Now, the only things that influence that's production in the facility once all art has been approved. So
Mhm.
what people need to factor in is the art approval process before we send it to the factory, because a lot of times we'll get a logo and it's not, you've
Low
heard this story
quality.
before, it's a low quality and we have to work on it. And that could take a couple of days, and then we have to send it back to the client to get approval. And if they don't look at it right away, that's another couple of days. So if they have like 4 weeks and they take a week to approve that, they've lost a week because it's not even in production yet. And then
Right.
what's going to happen is once it goes to the factory is going to send back a proof to verify the artwork, and that has to be approved. That's how we
Hey,
do quality control.
yeah.
All right, so no mistakes are made. So not only are you going to approve the artwork, give it to me, then I'm sending it to the factory. The factory is going to send it back. This is what it's going to look like on the product. Is this okay? I show it to the client. Is that okay? That could take a couple of days. So the process, while the production may take 5, 10, 15 days, the whole process could take a month and a half.
So plan ahead. I mean, I
Yeah.
will say out loud, my experience with you was off the charts. Timely, you were accurate. The quality of the product and the work was amazing. But again, we have to set realistic expectations. And if somebody's looking to get something done in, 48 hours, that's just not realistic. But I cannot recommend you and Ronmar Group enough. I've always been so happy with your products and the people that I know. We have a circle of friends and business people that we work together are always, raving about it. So That's why I wanted you on today because I think, people need to hear your story and see you and know that you are somebody that's trustworthy, reliable. And if you're looking for promotional products, some swag, they need to be calling you.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it.
So we will put your contact information in the marketing piece below, and this way it's Ronmar Group, Ira Gordon, the best of the best out there. And I thank you so much for meeting with me today, and I can't wait to get new swag in the upcoming year.
Great. Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate it.
Ira,
You're
thanks
great.
so
A lot
much.
of
I'll
fun.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you again for joining me today.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.